Big changes are hitting the classroom as the Prince William County Board of Supervisors moves toward a potential $31 million reduction in the school system budget. This massive shift, sparked by changes to local tax rates, has officials and parents scrambling to understand how this will impact employee pay and student programs. With a final vote looming on April 21st, the tension between balancing the books and supporting our schools has never been higher.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Meanwhile, in Cleveland, a massive 6-year megaproject is officially breaking ground. The Ohio Department of Transportation has launched the $328 million Central Interchange project, aimed at rebuilding aging infrastructure and smoothing out the chaotic connections between Interstate 90 and Interstate 77. While Mayor Justin Bibb promises a safer future for travelers, prepare for years of lane shifts and construction detours as this critical corridor gets a major facelift. Down in San Diego, Mayor Todd Gloria is facing a major financial hurdle as he unveils a draft budget with a deficit exceeding $120 million. The proposed plan includes the difficult reality of staff layoffs and reduced hours for city libraries and recreation centers to help close the gap. While police and fire departments are set to receive more support, the City Council and the public now have a tough road ahead to finalize these sweeping service cuts. Finally, a high-stakes clash is unfolding in Houston between Mayor John Whitmire and the state government over immigration policy. The dispute has already triggered the suspension of Houston Police Department overtime and the freezing of over $100 million in state grants, putting vital programs and even World Cup security at risk. Will the city choose to fight in court or repeal the ordinance to save the funding? Stay tuned for more, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss a breaking update. Imagine waking up one morning to discover that your school district is suddenly facing a $31 million hole in its pocket. That is exactly the reality facing Prince William County right now, and it has set off a firestorm between local leaders. During a grueling 8-hour meeting, the Board of Supervisors signaled a major shift in fiscal policy, floating a plan to slash the real estate tax rate from over 90 cents down to 85 cents, while simultaneously trimming the county's meals tax. On paper, it sounds like relief for the taxpayer, but for the school system, it is a massive gut punch. The district, which had been planning around a $2.1 billion operating budget, was blindsided, stating they had no idea cuts of this scale were even on the table. And let's be clear about what's at stake here. We are talking about potential freezes on teacher pay raises and the gutting of vital after-school programs. Now, the rhetoric coming from the board is as divided as you would expect. Supervisor Yesley Vega is adamant that this isn't a cut, arguing that it's simply a matter of managing expectations. But that perspective is clashing hard with Board Chair Desundra Jefferson, who didn't mince words, stating flatly that she refuses to balance the county's books on the backs of students and staff. She argues that because the schools aren't seeing the revenue from a proposed data center tax hike, they are effectively losing out on millions they were counting on. It's a classic political tug-of-war: lower taxes for homeowners versus the stability of our classrooms. These votes aren't final just yet, with the official showdown scheduled for April 21st, but the tension is palpable. What do you think? Should the board prioritize immediate tax relief for residents, or is protecting the school budget worth a slightly higher tax bill? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss the final vote on this. At the end of the day, when we cut funding for education, we aren't just adjusting numbers on a spreadsheet. We are deciding what kind of future we're willing to invest in. Ever felt like your morning commute was a test of survival? Well, if you're driving through downtown Cleveland, buckle up, because the biggest headache and the biggest opportunity in Northeast Ohio has just officially kicked off. That's right, the massive $328 million Central Interchange project is finally underway, marking the start of a 6-year construction marathon that promises to redefine how we navigate our city. After 20 years of planning, the Ohio Department of Transportation, alongside local city and county leaders, finally broke ground on this vital upgrade. And let's be real, this work is long overdue. We are talking about infrastructure that dates back to the 1960s, trying to handle over 160,000 vehicles a day. It is a critical artery for our region, but it has definitely seen better days. So, what are we getting for our patience? The plan is to replace those aging, worn-out structures with sweeping, modern ramps, and even a 3-mile stretch of smart lane technology. We are looking at a complete rebuild from East 9th Street to Carnegie Avenue, including brand-new bridges for East 22nd Street and Carnegie. Mayor Justin Bibb put it best when he noted that while construction is a massive inconvenience, expect detours, lane shifts, and some serious traffic frustrations. It is the price we pay to build a foundation that actually connects our neighborhoods to jobs and opportunity. This isn't just about pouring concrete. It's about better multimodal connections and adding some much-needed aesthetic character to a corridor that frankly deserves it. But here is the reality check. This is just one piece of a much larger, $2 billion puzzle to modernize the entire inner belt. We are in this for the long haul, with a projected completion date set for summer 2032. If you want to keep your sanity while navigating these changes, make sure to check out the OHGO app or visit the ODOT traffic website for real-time updates. It's going to be a long road, but it's a necessary step toward the city we're becoming. Are you ready to trade short-term chaos for a better commute down the line? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates on how our city is changing. Remember, today's dust is tomorrow's progress. San Diego is officially in the red, and the numbers are staggering. Mayor Todd Gloria just dropped his draft budget for the coming fiscal year, and it reveals a massive $120 million deficit. Though when you factor in all those hidden obligations, the real hole is closer to $146 million. This isn't just numbers on a page. It's a reality check that's going to change how the city functions. To bridge this gap, the mayor is proposing some tough pills to swallow: 157 city employee layoffs, slashed hours at your local libraries and rec centers, and the gutting of almost all arts and culture grants. It's a classic case of the city trying to tighten its belt, but at what cost to the community's quality of life? Mayor Gloria argues this is a balanced, no-gimmick plan that prioritizes the essentials: public safety and road repair. He points to rising insurance costs and unpredictable litigation as the culprits sucking the city dry. Yet, it's a delicate balancing act. While he's cutting staff, the city is simultaneously moving forward with a new labor agreement that gives municipal employees a 10% raise over 3 years. A move meant to keep talent from fleeing to other jurisdictions, even if it comes with mandatory furloughs to soften the blow. It raises the question: can a city really thrive when it's constantly forced to trade culture and accessibility for basic operations? This isn't a done deal yet. The city council has to weigh in, and more importantly, so do you. There's a public hearing coming up on May 4th, and with a June 15th deadline for a final vote, your voice matters more than ever. What do you think about these cuts, and which city services are non-negotiable for you? Drop a comment below, hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop on this developing story, and remember, budget season is when a city truly shows you what it values most. Imagine your city losing $100 million in critical public safety funding overnight, all because of a single policy dispute. That is the reality hitting Houston right now, and the tension is reaching a boiling point. Welcome to the high-stakes standoff between Houston City Hall and the state of Texas. At the heart of the storm is a new ordinance limiting how local police interact with ICE, and Governor Greg Abbott has responded by pulling the plug on over $100 million in state grants. The consequences? They are immediate and severe. The Houston Police Department has already suspended overtime, and there is growing anxiety over how we are going to secure the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Inside City Hall, the mood is nothing short of explosive. We are seeing a fierce divide between those who believe the city has a constitutional duty to push back against state overreach and others, including Mayor John Whitmire, who argue that a legal battle against the state is a losing game. You have council members like Alejandra Salinas firing back, insisting that Houston should fight for its rights in court, While legal experts warn that while the city might have a constitutional argument, the state holds the ultimate trump card: the purse strings. Think about the human cost here. These aren't just abstract budget lines. We are talking about funding for human trafficking prevention and family violence initiatives being put on the chopping block. It is a classic clash between local autonomy and state authority, and there is no easy way out. As the council prepares for a pivotal session this Friday, the question remains: does Houston fold to secure the cash, or do they double down and brace for a long, expensive legal fight? Let me know in the comments. Do you think the city should stand its ground or prioritize the immediate funding? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more updates on this developing story. Sometimes, the most important battles aren't fought with weapons, but with the legal and financial tug-of-war that defines the soul of our cities.